before Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered his forces to widen their war on Ukraine starting the night of February 23, the Russian army had 168 battalion tactical groups. A BTG is the Russian Army's basic unit for ground warfare. Each BTG includes around 800 soldiers plus 50 or so armored vehicles. For the Ukraine campaign, the Army concentrated at least 125 of its 168 BTGs, 3/4 of the overall combat force. 3 months later, the Ukrainians have destroyed 400 Russian vehicles, killed up to 15,000 Russian troops and wounded perhaps several times that number. Russia's losses amount to the dissolution of around 3 dozen BTGs. So it's worth asking, as Russia attempts to sustain a fresh offensive across a small pocket of Ukrainian troops in the city of Severodonetsk, in eastern Ukraine's Donbas region, how many BTGs are left? And how many more battalions can the Kremlin mobilize? When the Russian army retreated from northern Ukraine in March and April, it reconstituted some BTGs and also deployed fresh battalions from Russia's fringes. The Pentagon on May 16 estimated Russia had 106 BTGs in Ukraine. 10 days later the battalion count was up to 110, this despite the Russians losing 1 or 2 BTGs trying to cross the Siversky Donets River, north of Severodonetsk, in early May. With 110 BTGs in Ukraine, the Russian army might have just 20 or 30 battalions in reserve. Realistically, some of them cannot deploy without exposing the cities or borders they guard. For example, the remaining BTGs in Kaliningrad, Russia's geographically separate exclave on the Baltic Sea. As casualties continue to mount, not adding forces to Ukraine isn't an option for Russia unless it's willing to, well, lose. The solution, of course, is to stand up new BTGs. But with what troops and equipment? According to recent mobilization order, which some analysts claim to have seen, the Kremlin plans to raid its training base. It's a risky move. Every brigade and regiment in the Russian army forms at least 2 BTGs for combat, both with professional contract soldiers.